Welcome to amidaedutech.com. Subscribe to Amida Edutech for more updates.
The Jal Jeevan Mission is a central government initiative under the Ministry of Jal Shakti. This is known that it aims to ensure the access of piped water for every household in India. If I remember correctly, in his Independence Day speech, the Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, had said that half of the country's households did not have access to piped water. And if I quote a Niti Aayog study or a report of 2018, it mentioned that 75% of the Indian households do not have drinking water and about 84% in rural households do not have piped water access. The Jal Jeevan Mission is specifically aimed at the rural areas. Now, very recently, only yesterday, the Prime Minister laid the foundation stone for rural drinking water supply project in two districts of Uttar Pradesh. This is in the Vindhyachal region, Mirzapur and Sonbhadra. Mr. Tandon, the aim of the Jal Jeevan Mission, the piped household, is very essential for any human being, basic right for everyone. So the Jal Jeevan Mission has large agenda to address. Please tell our listeners about what the entire scheme is all about.
The scheme which the Prime Minister launched yesterday in UP, as you also said, in Mirzapur and Sonbhadra district, the name has been given to it is Har Ghar Nal Yojana. That means tap water in every household. It is part of the Jal Jeevan Mission, no doubt about it. But while launching this scheme, particularly in this region, which has all the natural resources, including water, river water, etc., but household are not getting drinking water facilities. That's why this particular scheme was launched yesterday in UP. And in that context, the Prime Minister said that this particular scheme, the total estimate cost of this project is roughly around 5,555 crore. And it will be completed in 24 months under the Jal Jeevan Mission, which was announced, as you also very rightly said, Prime Minister from the ramparts of the Red Fort. And so it is part of that scheme. If we can briefly discuss this scheme, which was launched yesterday, he said this will benefit about 43 lakh villages in these two districts alone. And during this time, the government is providing over 2 crore and 60 lakh families with clean drinking tap water as part of the Jal Jeevan Mission. So that is very significant. So Jal Jeevan Mission, when we were talking about, its idea is to provide household with piped water and especially benefiting to the women, because we all know in the rural areas, women have to, fetch drinking water from wells and all these places. And families of the poor people, they have many waterborne diseases because the water they fetch is not potable. And once the tap water facility is provided in each and every household, obviously it will help them. And, diseases like cholera, typhoid and encephalitis, all these are waterborne diseases and this will help. So women and health, these are two main considerations of this Jal Jeevan Mission. When thousands of villages in Vindhyachal will get this piped water, then obviously the health conditions of children will also improve, because children are the worst sufferers of the waterborne diseases, and it will help their physical and mental development also. So self-reliant villages give strength to a self-reliant India. That was the mantra which the Prime Minister announced yesterday.
Taking cue from what you said, Mr. Tandon, obviously a clean pipe drinking water to every household is also linked to many of the important pillars for the progress of the country. As you mentioned, cleanliness, hygiene, better health, sanitation, overall the schemes of the central government like Clean India Mission. So this is a strong pillar of ensuring a strong and a vibrant citizen and the rural household, urban household, So this is linked to multiple of the aims of having a strong country, Mr. Tandon.
Yes, if I may recall, in the NDA under Narendra Modi in 2019, the Prime Minister formed a new ministry, Jal Shakti Ministry. And that itself clearly identifies the Prime Minister's mission. When we say Jal Shakti, and accordingly, the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, she outlined an allocation of roughly 30,470 crore for this Jal Shakti Ministry in the Union Budget last year. And this allocation marks an increase of roughly 7.84% over the earlier sum given to this ministry. So that means the emphasis on the Jal Shakti, of which the mission is a part, and it has all other dimensions as well, including, irrigation and other things also. But drinking water and sanitation, that has been the focus of the Prime Minister's program right from day one when he came to power. And we all know how much emphasis he has been giving on the sanitation part also. So therefore, now when we talk of the drinking water and that piped drinking water to 18 crore rural households by 2024, that is the real mission of the Jal Jeevan Mission program. And it obviously seeks to ensure water security across the country. And therefore, the allocation now is of 11,500 crore, up from 10,000 crore in 1920. So this particular Har Ghar Nal Se Jal, the scheme which is providing this drinking water, and it's aimed at completing this mission by 2014. And that is what we have been discussing today.
The Jal Jeevan Mission, obviously, as you mentioned, Mr. Tandon, but also the kind of initiatives that are envisaged under it, like in village water supply, reliable drinking water source development, and the augmentation of existing sources, maybe ponds or local water bodies, and also capacity building of various stakeholders. So the government has its own plan chalked out, the government agencies, the central and the state are involved. But also is important is the participation of the community, of the locals, and kind of a shramdaan that we have seen in so many initiatives, whether in rural or urban. That is also very important, Mr. Tandon.
Government has also announced that 50% of the allocation will come from the central share, while the states will bear the remaining 50%. And this particular scheme of the Har Ghar Nal Se Jal is also part of it. And in fact, it is an upgraded version of the National Rural Drinking Water Program, and that was launched in 2009. But now it aims at providing drinking water supply in rural areas by 2030 at an estimated cost of 6 lakh crore. So Namami Gange, another flagship of the scheme of the Modi government, aims at cleaning up the Ganga also. And this is exactly where the community can play a role, and the civil society can play a role, and NGOs also have been playing huge contribution in this particular scheme. So it is an integrated scheme, and the approach is not only emphasis on piped drinking water, but also cleaning up the Indian rivers also. That is why around 800 crore, up from 700 crore, is now for the Namami Gange project also. This integrated approach of the Modi government is basically aimed at clean water and also cleaning of the rivers and providing drinking water, and at the end of it is better health facility. So women emancipation of the rural women folk and also health of the children, health of the overall society is basically the aim behind these schemes of which we call is Jal Jeevan Mission.
The Prime Minister spoke about so many other schemes of the government, like ensuring LPG to each household, clean fuel, a Swamitva Yojana. So all these schemes are interlinked with each other and ensure that when a village is self-sufficient or self-reliant, it will build a building block in the success of a country, of a healthy country.
Certainly, we know that India has about 180 million rural households, and about 33 million have access to piped water. That means a little over 145 million they don't have. So the Jal Jeevan Mission, the Prime Minister has announced, it aims at providing tap water to all of these households by 2024. And this means 4.5 times more houses have to be linked to piped water in the coming years. That has been done in the past. That has not been done, in so many years. So the mission basically, one of the government of India's, it is also part of the infrastructure also. We can't talk of water in isolation, because this will boost, when we talk of these facilities, it will boost cement also, and then construction, equipment, and the conservation of water bodies, skill building, institutions, everything. So all these issues are interconnected for the economy. So therefore, this rural economy boost overall give boost to the Indian economy also. So in that context, everybody has to play a role, whether it is the central government, state government, municipalities, panchayats, and including the civil society and NGOs. So this is a very comprehensive approach which the government has taken. And in fact, if I give you a quote, that in 1951, per capita water availability in India was just over 5,000 cubic meter per year. And in 2011, it was 545 QM. Now this figure has almost certainly come down since, and now we have to build it again. And that is exactly what is being done. I think it was a very ambitious scheme which the Prime Minister launched, and that is exactly what now the Government of India is working on.
The kind of challenges that any scheme of London it takes a huge amount of effort. You mentioned about the infrastructure that is also linked to it, the infrastructural challenges. Why have we not been able to achieve these very basic goals for a human being, for a citizen's easy life, is because also of multiple issues of corruption, of money being sent from the center, from the government, from the state government, but not reaching the needy. So that kind of loopholes are also required to be plugged, and also the constant monitoring that the government does. I remember Pragati meetings where Prime Minister chairs every now and then, and he reviews the kind of progress that any project has achieved. So I think that is also very important when it comes to such large schemes where targets are to be monitored and to be ensured that you actually deliver as to what you have promised.
Certainly, and since, as I said earlier, the Prime Minister in his second term was the ministries of Water Resources and Ganga Regeneration and Ministry of Drinking Water and Sanitation, these departments were in different ministries. And a very comprehensive Ministry of Jal Shakti was constituted. And for the benefit of the listeners, Mr. Modi has, in a wider sense, is seeking to inculcate a responsible and responsive relationship with water. And this is exactly what he has been using, certain phrases which he has used. The value of water and the water footprint of human economic activity. So he is all these years underlying the importance of water. So the story of Modi's intense engagement with water as a policy, it goes back to the early summit of 2002 when Gujarat began familiar cycle of to face the water shortage. So he has come from a background where the state used to have a water shortage, and that is the story of many states in India also. So the water shortage has been a huge problem, and particularly that of the drinking water. So now a very comprehensive blueprint using water as an instrument of overall development of the society, whether it is health, whether it is sanitation, whether it is rural economy, whether it is agriculture. And all these things put together obviously will not only help India overcome its drinking water problem, its irrigation problem, at the same time overcome a lot of waterborne diseases also. That overall approach needs to be appreciated.
Mr. Tandon, the rejuvenation of that is also envisaged in this scheme. Whereas the government is looking at laying pipelines and ensuring that every household gets a tap and a portable kind of water which is fit for consumption, free from, and this helps in not having so many kind of waterborne diseases. So the rejuvenation part of water bodies, one of the most challenging tasks. You have a water body, it is polluted because of the development that we are doing, because of the human activity, industrial activity. So that is also has been the focus if we bring into context also the Clean Ganga mission. So I think this is all interlinked, and that is why, as you very rightly mentioned very initially in the talk, was about the creation of the Jal Shakti Ministry.
Well, earlier, as I said, the drinking water and sanitation was under Rural Development Ministry, Ganga was in a different ministry, and then irrigation was in different ministry. So nobody was having a very comprehensive approach of using water as an instrument of development. Now under the Jal Shakti Ministry, all these things have been brought under one umbrella, and in that also includes the concept of river connectivity, also the concept of providing irrigation facilities, canals, and Ganga regeneration also. And now a comprehensive approach is being taken. So we do hope that by 2020, country will have overcome the problem of drinking water and sanitation and other water-related issues.
Mr. Tandon, I will just end with one of the major points that the scheme envisages is that to ensure that the targeted delivery happens and monitoring of these goalposts does take place, every functional tap connection will be monitored, it will be reviewed, and inspection by the teams of the state and the central government, this will be carried out periodically. So this is the entire scheme of the Jal Jeevan mission, where the aim is to ensure not only that the taps reach every household in the rural India, but also they keep functional. Thank you very much.